Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to study about the topic cell biology, that is junctional complex. So junctional complex that operate the cell keeps the cell together. It includes tight junction known as accludins, gap junction known as nexus, and the desmosomes. Next is tight junction known as accludins are the impermeable junctions. So the name itself indicates that these junctions are impermeable to the ions and the molecules. So the location of this tight junction is distant region between the adjacent cells. So the tight junction holds the cell together but seals them in such a way that molecule cannot leak in between them. So again, this tight junction forms a barrier between the two cells. So cell membrane are connected by strands of transmembrane protein known as claudins and the accludins. So here the transmembrane protein, claudins and the accludins, it it seals or interlocks the cell in such a way that the interlock the cell in such a way that that forms a barrier. From that barrier, not a molecule or the ion cannot pass. So here the example is the cavity or the space of lumen. So the function of the tight junction. So tight junction hold cells together, preventing lateral diffusion of integral membrane protein between apical, lateral and the basal surfaces, and prevent the passage of macromolecule and the ions. Next one is gap junction. Gap junction known as communicating junction. So the location of this junction is specialized region of the contact between opposed plasma membrane of the adjacent cell. The gap or a space between two plasma membrane is 2.5 nanometer in diameter. The gap junction is filled with the hexagonal array of protein particle, that is 8 to 9 nanometer in diameter. So center of each particle there is a channel, that is 1.5 nanometer, through which ions and the small molecules can pass. The unit structure of the gap junction known as connexon. So it is composed of 6 subunits. So the sliding of subunit causes the channel to open and close. Permeability of channel is regulated by calcium ion and ATP. ATP that provides the energy to channel open and close. Here the cyclic AMP, it plays important role. Gap junction are electrically coupled, that is, there is a flow of electric current carried by the ions. Example, voltage gradient. A long line of cell connected by gap junction creates a ion gradient. You can see here. So there is a long line of cell and it is connected by a gap, and the ions that travel or communicate or pass from one cell to the other, and it creates the gradient, that is ion gradient. So here the function of the gap junction is passage or the direct transfer of small molecules and ion from one interacting cell to the other. You can see this is the diagram. This is the plasma membrane of one cell. This is the plasma membrane of other cell. This is the gap junction. Here is the connexon, closed connexon and the open connexon. So closed connexon, it is made up of 6 subunit. Channel, that is made up of 1.5 nanometer. So this is the hydrophobic channel. So this, for the formation of this channel, 2 connexons are required. So this is the hydrophobic channel or the hydrophobic in nature. So the 2.5 nanometer in space. So next one is desmosome. Desmosomes also known as zona adherens. The location here, the tissue have a severe mechanical stress, cardiac muscle, skin epithelium and neck of uterus. So the desmosomes mechanically hold the cell together. Cell act as a structural unit. So widely distributed in tissue where cell function as a structural unit. The extracellular space between two cells is 25 to 35 nanometer, known as desmosome core, that is filled with the filament and the granules of proteins known as desmocollins and desmogelin and the cadhrins. Okay, so the desmocollins, desmogelins and cadhrins penetrate through the membrane, form interlocking network that binds the cell together. Here, this different type of protein interlock in a cell such a way that cell binds together and cell can bear the mechanical pressure. So cadhrins are a type of cell adhesion molecule. So in vertebrate, the cadhrins are responsible for folding the most epithelial sheets together. So cadhrins are depend on calcium ion to function. So cadhrins are of three types: E cadherin, N cadherin and the P cadherin. So homologous. So cadherins are homologous transmembrane glycoprotein 700 amino acid residue. Okay, so the most important role played by cadherins, their appearance and disappearance at the time of morphogenetic movement. So the desmocollins and the desmogelin interact heterophilically across the intracellular space. So desmoplankin here is a major cytoplasmic component of desmosome and binds to the desmocollin and the plankin, that is desmoplankin. So you can see here, this is the intracellular space, that is the space between the two cells. Okay. Again, so the cytoplasmic protein plaque to which intermediate filament attached. So here the intermediate filament attached. So desmosomes that interact with the intermediate filament. Here you can see here the keratin protein that attached to the cytoplasmic protein plaque in which intermediate filament attached. Okay. So this desmoplankin is nothing but the beta-catenin family protein. So as we know that this and the cadherin. So we know that in the last slide there are E cadherin, P cadherin, N cadherin and the P cadherin. So here the E stands for most many type of epithelial cell. The N is a neural cell adhesion molecule. N stands for again the nerve cell, glial cell, heart cells and the lens cells. The P for placenta and the epidermis. So you can see here, here is the space. This space is 25 to 35 nanometer in diameter. Here is the extra adhesion molecule, that is desmogelin and desmocollins. So here is the desmogelin or the desmocollins. So again, to this desmoplankin is attached and desmoplankin is attached to the intermediate filament. You can see here is also the same. The desmogelins and desmocollins, again desmoplankin and the intermediate filament. So this is the cell 1 and this is the cell 2. This is the cell membrane of one cell, this is the cell membrane of other cell, and here is the extracellular space, that is 25 to 35 nanometer in diameter. So friends, I took all the diagrams or the images from the Google search. Thank you very much.